Hey, good evening, folks. Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Hope everybody had a good day and survived kind of the never-ending onslaught in terms of selling that's been happening the last couple days. What are you going to do, right? Market down 0.5% today, but still a lot of stocks were getting nailed. And we're starting to approach a very key level, the 50-day moving average. And so right here, we've got multiple layers of support that we need to keep an eye on. This 425 level and the 50-day moving average. And so hopefully that serves as a potential bounce point for the markets, for those that are bullish on the markets and playing things on the long side. You know what? We could break down here. The one thing that I would say is that the market's breaking down after you've already been down 4 or 5 days in a row and dropped down, 50, 60 points, right? The odds are a little bit less here, so I'm anticipating a bounce. Now, the nature of the bounce is going to be key, right? If we get kind of a light, wussy bounce, then that would probably just kind of relieve some tension in the markets, and then that could signify that, lower prices are, at least short-term, are coming. But if we get a nice snapback, then this could have just been a normal correction. So we need to watch whether, number one, whether we bounce, and then the nature of the bounce if we do. So I just say, keep your wrist tight and probably stay away from some overnight holds till you get, until we get some kind of clarity on where this market is going. Let's take a look at some stocks. INCY, this looks like a pretty good short here. We've got a whole mess of support around this area, right? Multiple taps. I think, if this thing can kind of crack and hold under 17, this one could be flushed relatively quickly, maybe to the 16 mark. Kind of a similar setup to THLD today. FXN, FXEN, if oil starts bouncing, we see energy run, I wouldn't mind taking a stab at something like this. This one's come a long way, tailed out right above the 200-day moving average with a volume spike today. So, we have a little bit of airspace here for a potential bounce if energy is strong. So that's something that I'll be keeping a watch on. G-Way, this is a real nice flag pattern. It's a very strong stock. The one thing I would say is in this particular market, if the market's getting nailed, this type of setup, man, it can lead to false breakouts, because it's on one of maybe a few strong stocks right now, and so there could be some eyes on it, and, you could see it's a spike and fail. So the actual trading of it will be a little bit tricky, but a good stock to have on your watch. Arna, strong stock today, still coming out of range. If we come out of this range, we could come and test $10 very quickly. ERY, right? This is a bear ETF for energy, but you can see this is just, if you were just looking at this as a stock, you could see this 8 level is just really, really clean. And so that might be something that's worth a trade here. Now, I personally think that trading these 3X ETFs, it's just a little bit hard, I mean, they're okay for scalps and stuff like that, but I've just never had any good luck really holding these things for more than a couple minutes. So I'd be quick with it because they just move funny. HW still on watch here below, 650 for a potential short. Pure, I've been watching this one. I'm such a little wussy here. I've been watching this one for a good week now, and we kind of just saw it blow up in the chat room. Ryan in our chat room's like, hey, let's hit this thing, and I froze a little bit and kind of wanted to see if it had any juice in it, and it did. So it's on watch tomorrow for a break over today's highs. This is one of the last few base stocks that I can find. CQB, still looking at it, right? As long as it holds above 750, I think this one's in play. Real nice chart here. CHTP had a little pop here. We've got kind of a pattern setting up here with maybe a 150 target. BSDM, after the big run, came back down, tested the 200-day moving average. Look for kind of a second-day bounce. It's relieved some of that first-day congestion from the pop. Cell still shaping up here. Look for a break over 9. NTE, this one, it's holding up strong here, but watch this 10 level. If it can't hold, we could see a really quick drop in this. Panel looking like a little bit of a bear flag here, so I've got this one on watch for short. I mean, it can't bounce at all, but who knows? It could be bottoming too. There might be multiple plays in this. And then Chewy, right? 20 DMA, broke through it, then hammered back above it. I think that this one, maybe 24.85, I've got a trigger on it. See what happens. I'll watch for tomorrow if market